Hi guys, this is Dormouse03. Welcome back to my Evil Within 2 100% walkthrough where we are getting all of the achievements or trophies in this game. Here we are in Chapter 16, which is incredibly close to the end. It's kind of incredible how close we actually are. But we are gonna grab a couple of our final collectibles here. And we're gonna prep for the final boss fight, so you can pull out your
once she's out, we'll be as good as invisible.
Are you sure about this, Theodore?
little device here.
Union is running so smoothly that they're not monitoring it as closely. It's now or never.
We should be able to free Lily before they know we're there. Once she's out, we'll be as good as invisible.
Are you sure about this, Theodore? Someone as high-ranking as you. If you get caught...
I've made my decision, Kidman. I can no longer stand idly by while they use that poor girl for their selfish needs.
Son of a bitch knew what he was doing before he even came in here.
And these ones actually they all log automatically. They all start automatically, so you don't even have to tune them in. You just have to kind of get near them.
Esmeralda is in Union and waiting for instruction.
Let's go, Myra. It's time.
Are you sure about this, Myra? Once you become the core, you'll be...
I know. But if I don't, they'll just hunt Lily down and put her back inside. I can't let that happen. Just promise me you'll get Lily to Sebastian when this is all over.
I promise, Myra. I guess this is goodbye.
Myra was planning on becoming the core? Why?
Well, Sebastian, she literally just explained it. That she was becoming the core because if she didn't, they would hunt Lily down and bring her back to be the core again. So, okay. You're just funny. Anyway, that was number 22 out of 24. And up here we have number 23.
There she is. Quickly, Theodore, What are you doing?
Did you really think I was going to let you destroy Mobius? They may be short-sighted, but they're far too valuable to me. When I control them, when I control STEM, only then will they reach their full potential. Now, give her to me.
Over my dead body.
If that's the way you want it.
That's when it happened. When this place started to fall apart.
Alright. And before we go get the last one, we're going to come in here and restock and take note of all of the things we have collected along the way. And just be able to grab a couple of goodies here and make sure that we've got everything that we want to have or need to have for our final fight. The music's all sad. Kitty's all sleepy. Look at that kitty. He's so sleepy. But he's got one last present for us. Some green gel. Parts. And then here is our final red gel. This is the 10th one. And the last one in the game. So that is that. And now we're going to go ahead and do any last minute upgrades that you want to do on your weapons and stuff. We have 625 parts. And so we do not have quite enough to upgrade the handgun. I think I'm going to grab this one, shooting the enemy's weak point, because that could be helpful. And upgrade fire rate as well, because the handgun is actually really, really useful for this last bit. So I'm going to prioritize some stuff there, but also, you know, the sniper rifle would be a good choice if you wanted to upgrade that. I like the handgun just because you have a higher fire rate on it, you know, so you can pop off a few shots, whereas, you know, you're only going to get one, maybe two with the sniper rifle. But, you know, if you had put some upgrades into that, that could also be really good. And, you know, everything else is just kind of, you know, there. If you have a couple of upgrades in your harpoons is good, actually. So if you have a couple of upgrades in your explosives, a couple of upgrades in your harpoons, those are going to be the two bolts that are going to do you the most good here. So anyway, that's all of our parts used. And now I'm going to just make some more things. So I'm just going to fill up my harpoons and fill up my explosive bolts. I'm going to make sure my handgun bullets are full. And I'll go ahead and make some sniper rifle as well. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm probably not going to use as much sniper as I do handgun. And so, since they cost so much more to make the sniper cartridges, I think I'm just going to save my gunpowder because I may need to make some more bullets on the fly. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's my strat for the moment. There's always hindsight with these things, right? So, you know, I've played through this a few times. I've got, you know, the strategies that I'm going with here for this walkthrough that I've tested and whatnot. But, you know, I think every time you play a game, you kind of get a little bit of a different perspective on things. And you learn and you learn the game better and everything. And so, you know, sometimes you have that little bit of hindsight of, you know, yeah, you know, that weapon didn't work as good as I hoped it might, or as I remember it, you know, being, and maybe you could use something else there. So we'll see how those weapon choices work out here after we get done with this boss fight. But I will say, you know, handgun, sniper rifle, harpoon bolts are probably your best weapons against this boss. Perhaps the shotgun as well, depending on your strategy. But those are the weapons that I would suggest. Once again, just for folks who haven't tuned in, I do have this synaptic focus, which I'm going to be using because a big part of this guide, you know, I saved up all of this gel to be able to purchase this thing and got it, and it's super, super helpful on these in-game bosses. I also have Bullet Cascade, which also is really helpful on these in-game bosses. It helps you to just do more and more and more damage as you are continuously shooting them. And so you'll see, hopefully, that those two things do some work for me. But if you don't have these upgrades, that is okay. You know, it just might take you a few more shots. The strategy will be the same. It just might take a few more shots on target for you to bring things down. So, I have 14,000 green gel here. And so, think I'm going to pop a red gel there. And I'm going to upgrade my endurance a little bit. And then that is about all that I can afford for the moment, because I'm not going to get these, some of these ones, I'm not going to get Defiance. And I'm not getting Reflexes, and I'm not getting, purposefully didn't get Second Chance, just because I didn't want to have something that saved my life, where if people don't have that one, then they're gonna die where I didn't die, and I don't think that's cool. So for the purposes of the guide, I didn't get those. But you certainly could, and those would be fantastic upgrades for you to have on your playthrough. I'm just not getting them because, you know, it's not a good strategy if I only survive because of an upgrade. You know, and the strategies, the upgrades that give me more firepower, that help me do more damage, you know, those kinds of things, I decided are, you know, free reign, because the strategy that I'm going to show is going to be the same regardless of those upgrades. You know, like I said, it'll just potentially take you a few more shots in order to bring down the boss, but you'll be dodging the same attacks and shooting the same spots and, you know, following the same general strategy regardless of, you know, how much you're damaging the boss. You're just gonna have to follow it for a little bit longer, and that's okay. So we are headed up here toward, you can see kind of there's a house up there. That's the old Castellanos house, and we're going to be headed up there. And before we reach that place, however, when you get up here, there's going to be our last residual memory, and this should give us the Echoes Within Stem achievement or trophy. So let's pick that up.
Run, Lily, hide. I'll find you. I promise.
What do you think you're doing, Myra?
I'm protecting my daughter.
You fool! The power she commands, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand what I'll do to keep her safe.
Damn you, Myra! You can't run from me. I'll find you.
You did it, Myra. You kept her safe, but now you're putting her in danger.
Alright, so that was Residual Memory 24, and that is Echoes Within Stem. Observed all residual memories. So, another pretty long collectible achievement or trophy out of the way. And we can now just enjoy our final little trek up here. I'm sure everything will be just fine. You know, we've got some calm music going on. You know, it's just going to be some cutscenes or something, I'm sure, right? Like, this is the end. That little light pole boss was for sure the final boss of the game. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not.
Myra? Is it you?
Sebastian.
Why are you fighting me, Myra?
You don't understand. This is our new home. Lily will be safe here. Happy. Free from fear. Free from pain.
No, Myra. This isn't real. Pain is part of real life, and so is love. If she stays in here, she won't live a life free from fear. Because she won't be living a life at all.
You don't understand. The things they did to her. I can protect her.
No. Please, let me take her out of here. Let's do it together. We can be a family again.
No! I won't let anyone take her from me!
No. Please, Myra. We still have time. We can leave. I am not gonna leave Lily here. Please.
Anyone who tries must die!
Don't make me do this!
I won't let you.
God damn it, Myra! Stop this! Think about what you're doing!
Okay, so here we are with the big Myra boss. And so she has a weak point there in her tummy.
You deserve.
And she has a couple of different attacks here at the beginning. This boss fight has several phases. But this is the first. So that 3-slam attack is the most dangerous at this point. But she usually does the 1 or the 1 slam and sweep.
Where were you when we needed you?
But if you stay back, you shouldn't even have to worry about the sweep.
I don't want to do this to you, Myra!
And so you just want to be dodging, you know, dodge the slams. Okay, at this point, once you've broken her rib cage, once you've broken her rib cage, she's gonna get a little bit faster and she's gonna be a little bit more protective of her tum-tum there. And so we're gonna wait until she exposes her weak point, and then we're gonna shoot it.
Let them have her.
So double slam. Single slam. Let's reload. Oof, ran a little bit too late on that one. But generally, you can kind of like, if you move over to the sides, you can kind of know where she's going to be slamming and hopefully avoid it. And not run directly into it like a shmoo. And if you have this, you know, thing, you can get some nice shots on her. But you can always do the strategy. Like I was trying to do. Shoot, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna stop these things. I was trying to show as much as possible, you know, doing that without that upgrade, just to show you that, like, there at the beginning, you don't even have to have it. If you have it, so much the better. And then with those spiders, you just want to, you know, move up and use your A button to stomp them.
Please, Myra! I know you're still in there! You gotta stop!
And now, right now, this is phase 2 of this fight. And kind of, again, just dodging the slams. And trying to wait for a moment where you can get some shots on. She does not stay down for very long. But when she says something like that, she's going to do an attack where she stays down for a little bit longer, and you can, you know, get some pretty good shots on target. And when she does a 4 slam like that, you can also punish that move. When she goes to hurl, she's going to hurl up 2 spider sacks. And you just want to shoot each one of them once to blow them up. And you'll see that they drop resources, so they've dropped some bullets for us. I was at a really bad angle just then. That's okay. Come on, girl. 3, 4. That should be good, and we'll put on our, you know, our slow time mechanic just to make it a little bit easier. And now this right here, this can insta kill you, so you just need to make sure that you shoot that thing. And you can be pretty free with firing there, because I believe that doesn't consume any of your actual bullets. But you have to shoot it, I think it was about 4 times. And now we are in our next phase here, where we're gonna have some more fun here. So she's got a tentacle, and she's got an arm. When she does this, it's gonna pull up these little growths, and you just want to move out of range of those. There's the slam with the hand, slam with the tentacle. This is a sweep with the tentacle. You don't want to get hit by that. And right now, we're going to wait for her to do that. So, no, I won't give up. And then we're going going to shoot her weak point. This thing sweeps, and it sweeps, and then it sweeps some more. And then it, whoops, didn't mean to do that, it slams. And so you just want to be really careful of that move because it can be a beast. Ooh, boy. Yep, the tentacle slam is not your friend. I'm just going to heal. Okay.
Leave us alone.
Alright, here we go. There's the one that we were looking for. Slam down, and then we're going to slow down time and shoot this arm. Just as much as you possibly can. Just there. And then we're going to do this again where we strafe, which is good because that allows us to get some stamina back. She's puking, and now we want to quickly destroy these little spider sacks. Okay, we're just waiting. We're just waiting for her to do an attack that we can really, you know, do something with. So might as well pick up some ammunition. Here we go. And we ran into that, but that's okay. We'll slow down some time. And that works. And now we just have some face shots to get here.
Must protect Lily.
Forgive me, Lyra.
And so this is final phase right now, and you'll see that she's got tentacles going everywhere. I don't know what I'm using that for.
Safe.
It was not reloaded. That's fantastic. And that's her. That's her dead. And like I said, that final phase, I didn't say this, but that final phase doesn't take very many shots, so you can use whatever you want to there. I use sniper. Like I said before, if you don't have those upgrades to slow down time, that's going to be a little bit more irritating because, you know, you're going to have to wait for a few more instances to be able to get shots on. But it shouldn't be too terribly much more than that, you know? It's helpful, but it's not necessary. So the bullet cascade's super helpful. It gives you more damage. And the other one, I forget what it's called, but it's the one that slows down time and it uses your stamina up. You just want to be careful with that because it does use your stamina. And so if you're going to need to run away and strafe her attacks and stuff, you don't want to use it all up. So, you know, just be careful with it. Be careful with it. I used it fairly sparingly, I think. So do what you think is best. You do get a couple of checkpoints in that fight after some of the phases, and so you don't necessarily have to do it all in one go like I did, but you can you have some room for error there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This isn't classic mode. You don't have to worry about restarting checkpoints and stuff, so we're just gonna watch this cutscene.
Myra. Myra. Please. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to.
No. I couldn't control myself. You did the right thing. Thank you. I'm so glad you're alive. You have to take Lily. Get her out of here.
I'm getting us all out of here. Come on.
It's too far. Leave me. Just get Lily. Leave me.
No, I won't leave you again.
You have to. Go. I'll follow. I'll meet you there. Lily needs you now. Please, hurry.
Gotta get to the house.
Alright, and there is our achievement. Unfortunate consequence. Did what needed to be done to save your daughter. And that's for beating the final boss here, guys. We do have another chapter to go where we're gonna finish up some collectibles and, well, a collectible, and do the last little section here. But that was effectively the last difficult section of this game. That was the final boss. There is a little bit of a, action sequence left, but it's nothing, nothing that should hold you up from finishing this game. So congratulations. That was the big one. So, I know that it's things are happening and it's crazy, and sometimes, I don't do the best at describing exactly what I'm doing and execute super perfectly when I'm trying to do this live commentary. But, it's about 4 phases really of that fight, and, the last one being fairly short. And you just hit the weak points, and you got to wait until the opportune moments to be able to hit the weak points. Like I said, generally, in some of those later sequences, it's kind of after she says something is when she will do a big attack and then leave herself open to being shot. And so that's really, really what I did. I mean, the handgun is my favorite weapon for that scenario. I showed a couple of things that are effective. The harpoon is pretty effective, especially in the beginning when she's slow. The sniper rifle probably would also be effective there. The handgun is really, really good when you're trying to get in those quick shots, and it, I think, shines particularly if you have the bullet cascade and everything. So, because you're getting extra damage for multiple shots on the target, and your handgun firing really rapidly is gonna give you the most bang for your buck there. And then the sniper rifle can also be really good, particularly if you have the upgrade that slows down time, where you can really make sure that you get a good shot with those sniper bullets. So all three of those weapons can be good. The explosive bolts can be good in the first sequence, in addition to the harpoons. The explosives can also be okay during the second phase, although I've used them before. I used them in my classic mode run. If you guys have watched that or are going to watch that after this, you can see that. They weren't super effective. They weren't as effective, I think, as what I did in this playthrough, where I just used the handgun during that phase. But, they're an option. But those are really the weapons that you're going to want to use. In the latter half of the first phase, where she's sort of like hunched down on the ground, that could be an opportunity to use the shotgun. And sort of after she does her slam attacks, run up and shoot her underbelly with that. But the strategy that I used is the strategy that I think keeps you the safest, gives you the least opportunity to get smacked by a random, arm flail or tentacle. And so, I got smacked a couple of times. The one tentacle slam was truly bad, but other than that, that was just poor timing on my part. And I'm sure that, watching this and sort of learning her patterns and trying to clean up where I made a couple of little errors, you could definitely get through that without, taking any damage, really. If you wanted to do such a thing. But if you just wanted to get through it, I think those strategies should hold up perfectly well. So, in any case, just wanted to talk a little bit about that before we close out this video, because it's hard to say things while you're also trying to concentrate on doing the things that you're trying to talk about. So that is that. I hope that this was helpful to you guys. Again, congratulations on beating effectively this game, and there's just a couple of things to clean up in the last chapter before we say goodbye to this playthrough and say hello to doing the last few cleanup things in New Game Plus. So, hope that it was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in Chapter 17.